Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 439. The lesson today is the difference between bring and take. Yeah, this is another one that was requested by a student. It's one that seems like it should be really simple, but when you look closer at it, it's a little bit more tricky than you think it is. But let's take a look at the note here. Bring should be used when you want to emphasize the movement toward someone, usually the speaker, the writer, or the person who is hearing, the message or the statement. Take should be used when you want to emphasize moving away from something or someone, or leaving with something. Okay, let's continue here. According to the Longman Dictionary, you take someone to the school, or to school, to the theater, restaurant, etc., not bring. You want to emphasize we take things from the place we are to another place in regard to the starting point. Okay, that kind of sounds clear enough. Let's begin with the easy ones. All right, so here someone says, bring me a glass of water. Of course, this is correct. You're asking someone to move towards you, bring you something. So movement is toward you. We would never say, take me a glass of water. I am thirsty. No one will disagree with this. Everybody knows take me a glass of water is wrong. Bring me a glass of water. I'm thirsty. That's correct. All right, let's look at another example where we can mix both words in here. I took a glass of water from the kitchen. All right, so we say from means away from the kitchen, and brought it to him. So you're bringing it to him, to that person. So here we're using both. You're taking it from a place and bringing it to the other person. Okay. All right, let's continue. All right, again, this is simple ones like bring me the book. Of course, you're bringing it towards the speaker. Take me the book would absolutely be wrong. Okay, now here's one. I took my daughter to school. Now, according to the Longman Dictionary, this is the one you should use. And even in American English, we say this a lot too. I took my daughter to school. However, this is where it gets tricky. You might hear a lot of Americans say, I brought my daughter to school. Now, according to this Longman rule, you really shouldn't be saying this. However, you probably will hear a lot of Americans say this. They probably don't think it's wrong. When reading and doing the research online, I've seen some people say that, informally, especially in American English, sometimes in Irish English too, some forms of bring and take are kind of interchangeable. So if you try to tell the American, I brought my daughter to school is wrong, so what are you talking about? We say that all the time. Everybody says that. My whole life I've been saying that, or someone was saying that. So it's kind of hard to say this to them. Probably it's better to stick to these rules, but know that informally in informal conversation, especially in American English and British English, you might hear this usage of I brought my daughter to school. But technically, according to Longman and according to some other formal rules, you should probably saying I took my daughter to school. Yes, from the starting point of here, the starting point is probably home, and you took her to school. So you're taking her away from the home to the school. Could you argue the other way that you're thinking about from the school and you're bringing? Maybe, but really, technically, it should probably be take. But again, in common usage, in everyday speech, you would hear a lot of Americans say, I brought my daughter to school too. All right, and they also say in Irish English. Let's continue here. Don't forget to take your umbrella when leaving. All right, this is another good example. Remember, you take your daughter when you're leaving, you're going away from someplace. So anytime you use words like away or from, you're taking it from someplace, you're leaving with it, then you should probably be using take. Don't forget to bring your umbrella today when you come. Now, this might be a person that's already at the place, and they're talking about you coming towards them. So in this case, they would say, don't forget to bring your umbrella when you come. So if you have the word come here, you're coming towards them, then it would probably be bring. It may rain. All right, so you hear it both So I hope it's clear. So again, when you want to emphasize the movement is toward something, you should be using bring. When you want to emphasize the movement is away from something, it should be take. Okay, anyway, I hope it's clearer. I hope you got a better idea now than you had before. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.